It's October 31st. I actually kind of can't believe it. We've got 2 months left of this year to go, and it's just been crazy. But I figured that on today's video, I am going to sort of do a little bit of a Halloween piece, which is what you are seeing now. It is from my favourite Studio Ghibli film, or one of my favourites, should I say, because I've got quite a few different ones that I like, that kind of all on a level sort of playing par field thing. So, yeah, this is Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, and I really enjoyed making this piece. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to talk over this whilst I go through some things, and I jotted down some points as to what I want to talk about in today's video. So, some things to talk about. So, last week I mentioned that I have started an editing course, and a proofreading and editing course, should I say. So I wanted to say a little bit about how that's going. I've been on and got through about 3 of the modules so far, and I seem to be progressing quite well. I've done a couple of the assessments and things like that, and activities and stuff, and I can't remember what the word is. What is the word that I am looking for? I know I wrote this down, but I didn't write this particular word down. Assignment, that's the one. That is the one I am looking for. So, yeah. And I've learned, as I say, a lot just from those modules. And looking at this, I think it's not just going to be something to help me with a view to becoming some sort of like freelance proofreader or editor. It just, which will sort of like help top up my sort of existing creative endeavours if I have a bit of a lull and things like that. But also it will help me with my own projects, because I will learn to be more effective on those as well. And talking of sort of the editing and proofreading type thing, in November, normally I used to write stories in November, and 2012 I started doing National Novel Writing Month, and as we're now into the last 2 months of 2020, I have actually already finished 3 manuscripts this year. My Armageddon Androids, my second Eternal Scions book, and another one which I've not really talked about that much, and it's kind of still a bit of a low-key sort of one. So I've actually got 3 stories ready to really kind of delve into and start to focus. And I want to focus on, at the moment, Armageddon Androids. So in November, rather than creating more stories, I'm actually going to take a step back and go through that. And I've printed it off, and I intend to edit my Armageddon Androids piece. Manuscript. I might not get through all of it because it's going to take quite a bit of time, and it is quite a long thing. It's just under 100,000 words, and I hope to be able to use the skills that I have developed or will be developing over the course of the next month or so with regards to editing my novel, which is kind of a bit weird seeing as I'm still only partway through the thing, but I've just already learned a fair bit, and it's something that I'll be able to really hope to implement as well in that. So, and what I have done is I've actually done a bit of preparation as well. So as I say, I've mentioned I've printed off the manuscript, which is quite a big chunk, and also created a character board. Now, when I say character board, what I mean is I've got like a list of different things to ask characters, maybe not ask, but sort of like jot down about the characters. It's almost like a questionnaire type thing. And I've sort of developed it and just kind of added a bit of a nice touch to it. And I will flash up a picture of this on the screen, and you can have a look at what I mean. So I've actually created in a way so that I can just purely jot things down on it without having to waste paper or anything like that. I've put it in a frame that's got glass, and that means I can use a wipeable marker and just wipe away whenever I've done it. So I can jot about one character, do all of that, those details, take a photograph of it, and then put it back on, put it on my phone, put it on the computer, and that's that. And then it means that I can just wipe it down after I've done that, and then go and do another character. So what my intention is whenever I get to a new character in my Armageddon Androids thing, whilst I'm doing the sort of editing process, I can then just go down, take down all the details, and then I can keep consistent and make sure that I'm consistent with regards to the descriptions of the characters, their things about personalities, their fears, their likes, and stuff like that, and just really make sure that it's a coherent piece of literature. And also, as well as doing that, I have got some editing supplies as well. I've got like some highlighter stuff and things as well, just to really help. So that is what's going to be happening in November. And I'm going to use some of the footage in November. I'm not going to probably do more in-depth videos in November, just purely because I want to be able to focus on the writing. So that means that I'm going to be using some of the footage that I've curated over the course of the last few months, and maybe just do a few time-lapsey pieces or something, or maybe just some like observations. I might do the middle of the month, for example, a bit of a podcasty type thing, a little bit like what I'm doing now, where I just kind of say how I'm getting on and things, maybe not go into too much detail and stuff. And I have got an idea for another video as well. So, moving on, we're at 2 months, as I've already mentioned twice now, for the rest of this year. And 2001 is on the horizon. I know for a fact that some people are really like just want this year to kind of end. I've kind of got a bit of a mixed bag about this year. It's kind of, as I said in a previous video, it's kind of made me realize sort of where I stand in regards to things like work and stuff like that. And I think it's sort of like really helped me adjust my focus a little bit. So in 2001, I plan on releasing my 4th novel, and that will be Armageddon Androids. The title might change, I'm not sure yet, but as it stands at the moment, it's kind of like a working title, Armageddon Androids. Now, you can actually go and check out my project page on my website, which there is a link to down in the description. But this novel is about the evolution of androids, and they were created to fight a war by the humans in the sort of like future. And as I say, it's probably going to be a late 2021 release, and I hope you will enjoy it when it comes out. So what I want to do is I just want to go through a little bit about it and just explain a little bit about what sort of idea and where it is. So this is something I wrote during National Novel Writing Month in 2017. So it has been a while. It has been like a sort of little project that I've been doing for a while. And it draws a bit of inspiration from the video game Nier Automata, which I played on the PlayStation, and I really enjoyed. They're actually going to be bringing out a new game of that, and I'm really excited to give that a go when it comes out, and I'm probably going to get that for the PC. The story takes place after a great war. It's not necessarily any particular war, and I won't go into too much detail. I don't want to really spoil anything. It's kind of just going to keep this sort of like loose and ambiguous for the time being, and follows a 16-year-old android girl called Celici, and that's spelled Cellici, and her nickname is Cell for short, and her human friend Taro. So the premise of this story is humans were on the brink of destruction from an enemy not of their world. Their only option was to abandon Earth and hide. Meanwhile, on Earth, androids, beings created by humans to think and adapt to combat an enemy their creators had never seen the like of before, battled relentlessly. The war took longer than anticipated, and generations later, the androids finally won. The humans came back to Earth to claim the world they once lived and ordered the androids to deactivate. But don't the androids deserve a place on the Earth they fought so hard for over centuries of battle? Why should they give it up to the humans? So that is, as I say, the sort of premise of it, and I kind of really like this sort of idea of the humans creating these beings or things, and it kind of got to a point where they kind of become sort of autonomous themselves. So it's not necessarily a clear-cut case of just these getting these beings to deactivate now after they fought so hard. So that is sort of there. So look out for the hashtag Armageddon Androids, because I'll start to use that a bit more as I do a bit of art for that as well. So moving on, that's enough talking about my projects. Now I want to take a look at some of the projects created by two very dedicated artists. First of all, I want to say huge congratulations to Meanstin, who has created 31 comic pages in October, and I've really enjoyed watching the comic grow. You've done a great job, Meanstin, and well done, you should be proud. Their dedication to the comic has been inspiring, and I'm certain you've learnt a lot. I'm not sure if by the time this video comes out you'd have posted the final illustration, but for those of you that haven't checked it out, do go head over to @MeanstinArt on Instagram and show this comic some love that it truly deserves. And also check out her other art as well, because she is a fantastic artist. And then we've also got Zakura, who has spent October creating some amazing pins based on around her own art and asking us to decide on our favourites in the hopes that she might be able to get to choose one of these amazing designs and create a pin of. It's been great to see these grow, and I have to say Zakura's made it incredibly difficult to decide which one to vote for. Let's just hope that she can find a way to get as many of these amazing designs produced so that we can have a Zaki collection of pins, not just one. Zaki's Instagram is Zakura_art. If you're not already a follower yet, you should be. And hopefully I'd have been editing put this on the screen, so I'm scrolling through the pieces at the time of doing this video, so you can see what I mean by that. But yeah, go check those out and go and subscribe and say AJ sent you. And yeah, you won't win anything, but you will win the opportunity to see some amazing art by the two artists. So I'm going to leave the video here. My voice is starting to go. It's been a week of non-stop talking for me pretty much, because I have been on the phones at work and also some other stuff. So I'm going to say until next time, I'll see you later.